My name's Dave and I love progressive rock music, and in this video I'm continuing my look back at classic progressive rock albums. I'm delighted that in this video I'm reviewing Fragile by Yes. But first, if you would like to be notified of new videos, please subscribe to the channel. So starting off with some housework, this was the fourth album from the band and was the first to feature Rick Wakeman. Their self-titled first album was released in '69 and featured Anderson, Peter Banks on guitars, Chris Squire, Tony Kaye on keys and Bruford on the drums. Time and a Word was next in 1970 with the same lineup. 2 singles were released, with the second one, Sweet Dreams, attracting some attention to the band. The Yes album came next in February '71. Banks was gone and replaced by Steve Howe, with Your Move released as a single from this particular album. And then we've got Fragile from November 1971. Kaye was gone and Rick Wakeman was in on the keyboards. The album lasts 39 minutes and has 9 tracks on it, and was a commercial success, reaching 7 in the UK and 4 on the Billboard 200. Looking at the album cover, you can see instantly that it was a Roger Dean creation, but on closer inspection, it is fair to say that as this was his first effort for the band, it was probably not one of his finest, and much better covers were to come, even though his artwork did help to sell a visual picture of the album to punters. The Yes logo had not yet been properly defined, but again, that was just literally around the corner. The album opens with Roundabout, and this full-length version of an 8 minutes plus deserves listening to with an open ear, as you need to forget the single version released in the US, lasting 3.5 minutes, and revisit this classic length again to get the full understanding of the track. You get a Howe acoustic opening and closing. There's some very clever deep bass riffs leaping out at you, and it was possibly the best track on the album, but more of that later, and is still one of the highlights in the Yes catalogue. Cans and Brahms is the first of the 5 solo tracks that the band did on this album, and it was a short classical Wakeman rearrangement that is nice but seems a little bit out of place, but does serve as an excellent bridge between Roundabout and We Are Heaven, which is next. It was believed at the time that Rick was unable to use any of his original work due to contractual difficulties. You can instantly see, however, the difference that he brings to the band. It's as simple as that. He's a cut above most keyboard players. As I mentioned, We Are Heaven follows, and this is Anderson's solo effort, and is an interesting vocal collage based around a repetition of the words "Tell the moon dog, tell the March hare." Again, it's a short track that reaches an acceptable crescendo and ends with a door slamming and some steps walking or running away. Side 1 ends though with the truly excellent South Side of the Sky, and this is a massive favourite of mine. There's a whirlwind wind sound and an explosive Bruford drum riff that introduces this track that simply rocks along majestically. Wakeman again shines with his acoustic piano solo in the middle parts, just wonderful. I don't even mind the na-nas that accompany his solo, and along with Bruford's jazz-sounding gentle drums, it's outstanding and as the first of many Howe versus Wakeman interchanges that become a feature of later work for the band. Bill Bruford's offering is next, 5% of Nothing, and is a percussion-led jam involving all of the band, but it's all done in 35 seconds. Let's move on. Long Distance Runaround is next and opens really as a jazz theme track with Howe and Wakeman playing in harmony before a great bass line is added, all kept in check by the drums. It's melodic, it's catchy, enjoyable, but does lack depth if I'm being honest. The best thing is it segues into Chris's solo effort, The Fish. Now this is the best of the solo offerings in my opinion, and showcases what an excellent bass player Chris Squire was, even though there is excellent guitar from Steve at the start of this as well. Bill's there keeping it all under control once more. Steve Howe's solo offering is next, Mood for a Day, and he is technically on the money with this one, demonstrating excellent Spanish guitar techniques. I just love this man's playing. But then again, I think you know that. End on a high is what I always say, and that's what you get with Heart of the Sunrise, the longest track on this album. It's a proper progressive rock track that I just love. There's a dramatic opening with keys and guitars in unison and a strong bass taking us along for 3 and a bit minutes. Wakeman uses a cocktail of mellotron, moog and piano to take us to glorious highs. John adds gentle vocals to the piece before exploding to scare the very bejeebers out of you when he cries, "Sharp, distance." It's just great and gets played today as a setlist staple. It's a fabulous track. But as it closes, there is a short reprise of We Are Heaven just to finish it all off with. Look, I love this album and it is right up there in my top 2 or 3 without a doubt. Now, it's an album that demonstrates the best of times and the worst of times also. The solo pieces are a gamble that I'm not really sure pays off, but the main tracks are just sublime, making it nearly a great, perfect album. But there you have it, these are my thoughts. Let me know yours in the comments below. If you found the video interesting, please give it a like and find out how to buy the music or support the channel in the description box below. And until next time, I'll see you all later.